All right, guys, here we go, part two. So this is how we're going to fill out our T-chart if we need to. The book is going to ask you to do this, okay? It's going to tell you, oh, find out what you get if you plug in 0, or find out what you're going to get if you plug in -2, okay? So what I'm going to do one more example, but now we're going to evaluate using synthetic substitution, okay? And I'm going to use the exact same example with the exact same numbers that we're plugging in, okay? And then I'll show you the really easy way, okay? So here we go. So part C, synthetic substitution. All right, and here's our example. I'll use the same one that I used a second ago. So it's y equals 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed, minus 5x cubed, minus 4x plus 8. So minus 4x plus 8. Okay, so this is what you do for synthetic substitution. You draw an L shape, okay, and you have to plug in the coefficients starting with the x with the highest power first, all the way down to the last number. So we have x to the fourth, so the coefficient for that is 2, so we put a 2 here. The next one is x to the third power, or x cubed, so the coefficient is -5. The next one should be x squared, but you don't see it. See, it skips from this guy to this guy, so we have to put a 0 as a placeholder, okay? And then we have a -4, x to the first, right? Okay, and then we have an 8, x to the power of 0, so we have an 8 there, okay? All right, and this is all you have to do. We tried -2, right? We had a -2. And so I'll show you how to use this to find the y value if x is -2. All right, and this might mean you have to stop and rewind, but whatever. So bring down the 2, okay? So this 2, just bring it down, okay? Now multiply. -2 times 2 is -4. You put it here, okay? -2 times 2 is -4. Now bring this down. Just combine it. -5 and -4 is -9, okay? Now multiply, okay? -2 times -9 is positive 18. Okay, put it there. Now bring down. So 0 plus 18 is 18, okay? Now multiply. -2 times 18 is -36, okay? Now bring this down. So we get -40 if you add them, okay? -2 times -40 is 80, positive 80, okay? Now bring it down, you get 88. And if you look, that's what we got over here. When we plugged in -2, we got 88, okay? So it's just a quick way to do this. So now on our T-chart, okay, the T-chart that I had, okay, when I had 0, -1, -2, 1, and 2, the -2 gives you 88, okay? That's an 8. All right, let's do, what was it that I did? 0. I also plugged in the 0. Okay, so we'll do another one of these. All right, so 0, and we have 2, -5, 0, -4, and 8. Again, if this is going too fast, just hit rewind, okay? All right, so bring down the 2, multiply, add them, multiply, add them, multiply, right? Okay, add them, multiply, add them, we get 8. There it is, right there. So 0, 8, 0, 8. That's how you're going to do synthetic substitution. Okay? And now the whole reason we're doing this is so that we can graph. Okay, so part D, graph. Okay, and here is my example. I'm going to use the exact same one. Y equals 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed minus 4x plus 8. Okay? All right, so watch this. Here's my graph. All right. I'll just go ahead and look at this, okay? The degree is 4, okay? The leading coefficient is 2. What does that tell me? It tells me my graph is going to be facing upwards. It's going to be starting and ending in the same direction. So I know it's going to do something like this. The end behavior, okay, it's going to look something like that, okay? But I don't know what's going to go on in between. I have an idea because of that power 4, okay? It tells me I'm going to have at most 4 real solutions, but some of them could be imaginary, okay? So this means at most 4 real solutions. So I don't really know what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is make a t-chart, okay, x, comma, y. I already know that if I plug in 0, I get 8, okay, -1, -2, I know I'm going to get 88, okay. Have a feeling it's just going to get huge, okay. So I'm also going to do 1 and 2. We'll see what happens that way, okay. So now, you're perfectly welcome to use this, okay, to get our values there, okay. But what I'm going to suggest is you take your calculator. If you don't have one of these, go online. You could probably find one, okay. Turn it on, okay, and I will go to the graphing right here, the y equals, okay, y equals, and I'm going to enter this equation, or this function. So 2x to the 4th power, so 2x to the power of 4, okay, don't forget to hit over, minus 5x to the power of 3, hit over, minus 4x, okay, and then plus 8. All right, now, most of you guys are just like, oh, hit the graph button. That's great, you'll hit the graph button, but we first have to get our values first, our table, okay? So see where it says table right there above that? So hit the blue button second, and then hit table. And look what it gives you. It gives you all these values, okay? So we already have, I don't know if you guys can see that, we already have this, -2 and 88. We already have the 0 and the 8. Fill in the rest of it. 1, 1, okay? 2, -8. 3, 23. Let's see, we have a -3, 317. Obviously, we're not going to graph that. -1 is 19, okay? All right, and so now, okay, so I got those values. Now here's my t-chart, okay? And so watch what happens. I'll start plugging in values here. 0, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right there, okay? -1, 19. Yowza. So that's -1, and it's already way up here, right? It's way up there, okay? The 1, 1, okay, so 1, 1. Okay, we have a 2, -8. Okay, so 2, let's see, 2, -8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right there. Okay, we have a 3, 23. So 3, and that's way up here again. Okay. All right, so it's up here, and that other one, -1, 19, was up here too. Okay. All right, so look what happens. It's going to end up here somewhere just like predicted, and this guy's going to end up here somewhere just like predicted, and it's basically going to go through those dots, okay? So we know that it goes from 1, 1 to 2, -8, okay? So it goes from here, 1, 1 to 2, -8, okay? All right. And then it goes up to 323. That's way up here, right? Okay, so we know it does something like that, okay? And then it also goes to 0, 8, okay? All right, and then it, let's see, goes to -1, 19, so it just continues on up here, doesn't it, okay? So it's probably gonna have some little twisty in the middle, it's probably gonna have something like a little bloop bloop or something like that, but basically, here's where it crosses, right here and right here, okay? So two real solutions. The other solutions are imaginary, okay? All right, but that's kind of how it's going to look. So now what we're going to do, real quick, we're just going to check the graph. Hopefully we're not wrong. Okay, so hit the graph button now. Okay, and I'll probably zoom out. I don't know if we're going to see much here. Oh, there's part of it. Okay, so let me zoom out. I'll hit the zoom button, and number 3 is zoom out. Okay, and I'll hit enter, and I can zoom out even more. Okay, here it goes. Look at that. That's basically what I have, isn't it? You see that? Okay, and I could zoom out again. Here, I'll hit enter again. It should zoom out even more. All right, yeah, basically it's the same thing. So that's what we graphed. So it's not horrible. You just got to kind of plot the points, okay? Just connect the dots, really. Here, let me zoom in. It'll be a cleaner picture. Number 2. Okay, notice I'm hitting zoom in and then I'm hitting enter. Okay, so there's the picture. We got basically the exact same thing. Okay. All right, guys, that is it from me. I hope that was helpful and not too overwhelming. But again, you know when my office hours are, just hit me up and I will talk to you soon. Peace.